Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom, his brother Riot. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashima Mashiach Malak Yahushua, the righteous. Right, another strong shalom to all of the mighty brothers that go out there and labor on the highways and byways, making their body a living sacrifice. You understand? In the rain, the tumults, the demons, the uprises, the uproars, they standing 10 toes down for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Another strong shalom to all of the brothers that are not out there as of yet, but building themselves up. You understand? Reading, praying, fasting, being diligent, steadfast, on fire, always abounding in the work. Another strong shalom to the akwaf in this thing, that are reverencing their husbands, being teachers of good things to the children at home. Another strong shalom to the women that are not married as of yet, right? But being shamefaced, steadfast, on fire, fasting, doing everything they can do to magnify the name of the Lord, right? So in these last days, man, we got to provoke one another to righteousness, man. You can't just sit there and let your brother just be falling away in sin. You understand? Falling away not being on fire. Falling away in destruction, despair, right? Idolatry, witchcraft, going into that old man. He digging up that grave right now, you understand? And you just watching. Well, brother, you got to get on him, man. We got to get on one another in these last days. Now is not the time to, I tried to tell him, well, it is what it is. No, we're going to grab up our brothers. We're going to pull them out the fire, man. Are we going to provoke them to righteousness, man? If you have brothers or you have sisters, man, get on them, man. Call them up. Check on them. Make sure they're okay. Provoke them to righteousness. Proclaim a fast together. Read together, you understand? Pray for one another. Understand what their faults is and what they're going through, and pray for one another, right? Let me get the book of James real fast. Right, it's going to be a very, very short video, right? And this is going into the nation challenge, man, right? The Lord put it in my spirit to provoke brothers and sisters to righteousness, man, right? I got, amen, the Lord, hey, man, tell him, man, you could catch fire in this thing, man. You might have to see, you know what? I'm going to get on this challenge. Then you kind of forcing yourself the first day. Next day, you can't wait. Next day after that, you kind of on fire. Next thing after that, hey, you might get used to this thing, man. You might get used to reading 10 chapters a day. Now, if you used to waking up 7 o'clock in the morning for a week straight, what you think you're going to do the next day after that week? You're going to wake up at 7 o'clock. You're going to have to try your hardest to go back to sleep, you understand? In this thing, we pushing one another to go harder in this thing. So at the end of these 7 days, Lord willing, this is going to be normal for you, right? Reading 7 chapters every day, reading 10 chapters every day, or even more sometimes, is going to become normal. Fasting once a week to 2 times a week is going to become normal. Praying 10 times a day, praying 20 times a day, it'll start to be normal. Making a video every single day, it'll start to be normal because you're used to it, right? Your spirit is now getting on fire, you understand? Or the early stages of setting flames. Let's go to the book of James, right? This is 5 and verse, right? I'm gonna start at, this whole thing is crazy, man. Let me get straight to the point. 16. Confess your faults one to another and pray for one another, right? That ye may be healed. So you gotta pray for one another during these last days, man. Don't just pray for yourself. Don't just pray for your household. Pray for the nation, man. Pray for the brothers and sisters that are lacking. You understand? Push them to go hard. Make a damn nation challenge yourself, man. Who am I? Who are you? We're all humble servants, you understand? Hey, whatever you can do to push your brother, hey, do it, man. It say what? That ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, man. So it avails much when we pray for one another. When we be there for one another. When we confess our faults, you understand? Let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider one another. So we have to consider one another. Stop just feeling like you just alone in this thing, brother. You got thousands and billions and millions of Israelites in this thing with you, man. I know what, if ain't nobody in this thing with you, I'm in this thing with you, man. If you want to fast Monday, Lord willing, I'm going to fast Monday. If I ask you to fast Tuesday, Lord willing, you going to fast Tuesday, man. Whatever we could do, that iron sharpening iron, going back and forth, provoking one another, playing tennis, you got to run, hit the other ball, right? Somebody throwing you an alley hoop, you got to slam dunk it. If I'm the quarterback, you the wide receiver in this thing, you understand? This is how you got to be in this thing. The Lord himself had disciples. Not that he needed any man, but he rode in a pack with brothers. You understand? All like-minded that love the Lord. Literally, you understand? This is Hebrews 10 and 24. And let us consider one another to provoke. Let's look up the word provoke, man. Because that don't mean, I called him, he didn't pick up the phone. Oh, I guess the brother's going to die. Guess he sifted out this thing. Don't let him get sifted out this thing, man. Be there for him. This is the definition of provoke. It says evoke, cause, right? Touch off, excite, inspire, kindle, generate, bring on, promote. You understand? It says what? Entice. That's what we got to do for one another, man. We got to be enticing one another. Damn near getting on each other's nerves. This brother done called me 15 times in a week. And every time I see his name, I know he want to read. I know he want to fast. Two things going to happen. That brother's going to literally help you through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, to righteousness, or your demons is going to take over your vessel and you're going to back away. Either way, it's manifest what spirit you're in. You understand? And we got to fight these demons in these last days. It says, another to provoke unto love, unto good works. That word works means labor. You understand? So you have to provoke one another to labor in this thing. Right? So for everybody that don't know, this is the challenge. And this challenge, it's not, I'm not going to show up at your doorstep. I'm not going to bang on your front door. I'm not going to come looking for you. This is only for the men and women that's on fire. If you on fire, then you going to do this, man. I bet you if somebody said, you know what, Raya, if you really on fire, you going to read 12 chapters today. I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to read 15. Right? Ain't nobody about to put a limit on my spirit but the Lord. You understand? We're going to keep going in this thing. And then we're going to go some more. And we're going to read while we tired. You understand? We're going to wake up in the middle of the night screaming the name of the Lord. Right? We got to make these videos. We got to literally pray more. We got to fast more. We got to provoke one another more in these last days, man. Don't be that man that's growing while your brother's waxing weak and you don't give a damn about it. That's a wicked man. Matter of fact, let me get that in Job real fast. Right? See, the Lord, right, he had other plans. I was going to pull one precept with the challenge, but, who am I? All right, let's go to the book of Job real fast. And after this, we're going to go to the challenge. And I got to wrap up and get ready to go to war. Camp. Right? This is the book of Job, chapter 31 and verse number 16. And this is Jake in the spirit, man. You got to think of yourself like this. If I have withheld the poor from their desire, or have caused the eyes of the widow to fail. Now, who's the poor? You could be poor in spirit. It doesn't always have to be physically, you understand? It's a lot of men in this thing poor in spirit. It's a lot of men that are waxing weak. It's a lot of men that's eyes are failing them. It says, or have eaten my morsel myself alone. Your morsel is consuming. That morsel could be a portion of meat that the Lord gave you, that you're not breaking down and breaking bread with your next brethren. It says what? And the fatherless have not eaten thereof. Who's the fatherless on a spiritual level? Jake that don't know who they are. Jake that's waxing worse, going back into the world, leaving their father, Yahweh himself. Abinau, you understand? It says what? I have guided her of my mother's womb. Salakia, let me read 18 again. For from my youth he was brought up with me. As with a father have I gathered her from my mother's womb. If I have seen any perish for want of clothing. Now your brother, his garment may be waxing low. It's kind of deteriorating. He falling out the spirit. He don't know what's going on. It say, if I have seen any perish for want of clothing, or any poor without covering. And that covering is the spirit on a deeper level, man. If his loins have not blessed me, and if he were not warmed with the fleece of my sheep, meaning, if, brother, the Lord gave you a double portion, give that to the next brother. The Lord set you on fire. Hey, brother, don't have that flame by its, oh, I'm on fire, these niggas. No, brother, you shed the flame, man. It's supposed to combust the whole nation. While this brother's waxing weaker in the spirit, his brother's waxing mighty, strengthening him up. When did the Lord say, when ye are converted, strengthen thy brethren? That's very important. Because everybody is not on fire at the same time. You understand? It goes like a damn roller coaster in this thing, man. I may feel like one day I got a lot on my mind. I'm reading, I can't focus. And then the next week, I'm reading 35 chapters. Right, in 2 days, man. Right? Not be specifically, but just a man, period, on fire. Right? These are the things that we go up and down in. But what your brother do? He lifts you up in the spirit. Reading on. It says what? And if I have lifted up my hand against the fatherless, when I saw my help in the gate, then let my arm fall from my shoulder blade, and my arm be broken from my bone. And the Lord said, look, if you don't do these things, you might as well your damn arm be broke and fall off your damn arm, man. That's how serious this is. And your arm is your strength. I mean, if you don't strengthen your brethren, you gonna get broken down, right? So the Lord set this thing up through the Spirit. And all the mighty men and women of the Lord gonna get provoked to do righteousness. So this is the challenge. You got two choices. The first one, fast once this week, right? Read 7 chapters a day. Make a video every day. Pray at least 10 times a day for 7 days straight. I'm going to repeat that again. Fast once this week, you understand? Read 7 chapters, right, a day. Make a video every single day. Pray 10 times a day for 7 days straight. Or the next challenge, fast 2 times a week, right? Read 10 chapters a day and pray 10 times a day for 7 days straight. Fast 2 times a week. And for the men that's on fire, they gonna do both. I'm sorry, I gotta put that out there. Kind of pick one, kind of getting in the spirit. No, brother, we gotta eat the whole thing, man. Right? I know a lot of brothers, they doing both of them. Some of them doing one, some of them doing 2, and some not doing them at all. It says, the next one, fast 2 times this week. Read 10 chapters a day. Pray 10 times a day for 7 days straight. So which cup are you going to drink, right? Which cup you going to drink? Right, I got, amen. Brothers are trying to make it home out this thing, man. We tired of being in captivity. You understand? We tired of being in the slums. A lot of brothers are tired of wavering in the spirit. Your damn, your light and your candle kind of going like this all the time. Hey, the Lord just 2 seconds from blowing that thing out, man. You need things like this. You need brothers that could be in your congregation, your physical brother, or just a brother in the faith to get on you, man. I know I love when brothers hit me up, where you at? Why you late? I love that, man. On the deep, it shows love, shows compassion. It shows careness that you love my spirit and you want me to do the works of old that my Father has proclaimed, right? Let me get one more precept and I'm going to close out. So, I mean, if you don't want to do the challenge, you know, it is what it is. It's not transgressing the law, not going off. This is just for the men and women that want to be on fire for the Lord. If you're already on fire, hey, do this again and combust even more. You can never be on fire enough, man. This is the book of John. It's the last precept, chapter 4 and verse number 30. Right, I'm going to start at 29. It says what? Come, see a man which told me all things that ever I did. This not is the Christ. Then they went out the city and came unto him. And the meanwhile his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. Meaning he was on fire. The Lord was on fire. They had to tell him, Master, eat, man. We just went to go get some food. You understand? In John 4 and 8, it says what? But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. You see that? He has meat to eat that you know not of, man. The Lord wants to do the work. He's not worried about anything but magnifying Yahweh's name. And that's how brothers got to be in the spirit in this thing. It says what? Therefore said his disciples to one another, have any man brought him aught to eat? Yahushua saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. Every day you wake up, you on fire, work not finished. Every day you waxing weak, work not finished. Every single day you wavering, work not finished. Every single day you done read 99 chapters. Hey, brother, the work's still not finished, man. Don't ever get content in this thing. That's the main thing that's going to puff you up with knowledge, greatness, and authority. And you think you're somebody you're not. You read the whole Bible. Oh, 2 Samuel, I read that. Right? I was teaching on the Highways and Byways one time, and a brother had a question, and I went to pull a precept to answer his question. And he said, oh, 2 Samuel, talking about David? Oh, yeah, I read that already. I read it. Well, brother, that's a good thing, right? I pull another. Are you talking about Psalms? Yeah, I already read that before. I read that before. Well, brother, you still acquiring questions, so you still need answers. And the Lord said precept upon precept. It's a lot of prideful men. It's a lot of wicked men in this thing. It's a lot of agents. We got to purge out all of these demons, man. The only thing to purge it out is by being a bust on fire, man. If you on fire, every demon around you gonna get burnt to shreds, man. And the only way to be on fire is by trusting, believing, having faith, endurance, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, doing all you can to endure, fighting off every day, reading, praying, fasting, being diligent, shamefaced for the women, steadfast, valiant for the men, doing the works of old, and doing everything you can do to magnify the name of the Lord, right? And with that, I'm going to close out, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach, Malak Yahushua, Shalom.